Salads are great, but let's face it, they're kind of a pain to make. Today I'm gonna show you 6 tips for how to make the process easier and make your salads more delicious so that it's the first thing you reach for when you open the fridge. It's New Year's Eve today. There's a lot of snow on the ground. It's been a really cozy holiday break. I hope you're having a good one too. Because it's New Year's Eve, I had resolutions on my mind. I'm not really a resolutions person, especially when it comes to diet-related things. If I were to have a food-related resolution, it would probably involve things I want to eat more of. And on the top of that list is to eat more salad. I love starting a dinner with a salad. I love having a salad with my lunch. And you know what? Lately I've been even eating some in the morning. And this isn't to say like, oh, I'll just have a salad, like the boring way. I'm saying like, I like to have a big hearty salad and then have whatever else I'm eating. But it can be a little bit discouraging sometimes when you open up your fridge and you just see a bunch of veggies that are like in their bags and shoved into the bottom of your crisper drawer, wilting. You're not really sure what kind of condition that cabbage is in. You're not really sure if that lettuce is starting to get a little bit brown in spots. So I wanted to show you a system that I like to use for making salad the most accessible thing in my fridge. It makes it so that it's the first thing I reach for. And it's super easy to whip up a great salad in like 2 minutes. It all starts in the grocery store. So tip number 1 is to buy a nice mix of things. I like to mix up the colors and the textures of things. So when I'm thinking about leaves and leafy greens and lettuces, I'm thinking color. Maybe get some radicchio, maybe some red cabbage, maybe some kale. Maybe I'll go for some red leaf lettuce this time, or butter lettuce, or even iceberg lettuce, because iceberg lettuce is so crunchy. Think about herbs you can include: fresh parsley, fresh cilantro. One thing I don't like to buy very often is those pre-washed clamshells of mixed spring mix greens. They always seem to go bad before they say they're going to go bad. And I don't know about you, but if there is one rotten leaf in a tub of greens, the whole thing is bad for me. You can just smell it. It's that rotten leaf smell that is just like so off-putting. I can't do it. So I like to buy lettuce and I like to buy other leafy greens and I like to wash them and prepare them myself. My second tip is to have the right tools at home. And all you really need for tools are a big bowl for washing, because I don't know about you, but no matter how clean my sink gets, I still don't love the idea of washing veggies right in the sink. I'd rather use a big bowl. And as much as you might resist it, and I resisted it for years, you kind of need a salad spinner. I think salad spinners are so handy. I don't know why I waited so long to get one. I was doing the whole like tea towel spinorama thing for so long. And first of all, you get water all over your house unless you go outside. And it just also doesn't work that well. So get a salad spinner, just bust it out when you need it. It's really useful. I don't love this one. I prefer the ones with the push, but whatever. I'm gonna keep it until it breaks. Speaking of washing lettuce, I think washing lettuce is probably in my top 3 least favorite kitchen tasks. I really don't enjoy washing lettuce. I find it really boring. It's kind of a pain. You have to get out all kinds of things. You have to clear a space. You have to get out your salad spinner. Because of that, I don't like to do it very often. Thankfully, with this system, you'll only have to do it once or twice a week, which is great. Which leads me to my third tip, which is to not rush things. When it's time to make your salad system setup for the next few days, you really want to sink into it. So that means clean your kitchen, get a podcast going in your Bluetooth headphones. I hope you have them. I don't know what I would do without my Bluetooth headphones these days, but get a good podcast going on, get into the flow, get everything ready, and just commit to the task. I find that it really makes the job more enjoyable when you're in it, When it comes to washing leafy greens, the type of greens that you have will definitely change the washing style. So I'm going to show you an iceberg lettuce, for example. I think iceberg is one of those weird ones, like, do you even have to wash it? It's kind of so tightly packed that it seems unlikely that there's going to be anything bad in there, but like, I like thoroughly washed greens. I recommend thoroughly washed greens, no matter how clean they look, because, you know, in cooking school, we learned a really fun way to wash iceberg lettuce, which is to just like pound it on the counter. I know it seems weird. It seems very weird, but that kind of pops the core, and then you can kind of just yank out the core like that, which I think is pretty cool. Also, it's just fun. And then you have all this opportunity for water to get up in between the leaves. So what I do is I just take my big bowl filled with clean water, and I take the whole iceberg and I just drop it in, and I just kind of shove it into the water a few times, and the water kind of forces up into the leaves, and then that's it. So now you know that it's gotten a good wash in between all the layers. Whether you prefer to cut it or to rip it, I'm just going to cut it in half first. And then I'm just going to actually rip it. I really like the texture of iceberg when it's kind of torn. Give it a good spin. And I'm always amazed at how much water comes out. So all of that water, if you hadn't have spun it, would end up in your salad, and then your dressing would become watery, and it's just not very pleasant. So that's the lettuce. The next tip is kind of the main tip of this entire video, and it's creating a salad system in your fridge so that everything is ready and available to you, and it just makes you want to eat more of it. And for this, you'll need to make a trip to the restaurant supply store. You're going to need to buy a half sheet pan like this. You're also going to need some plastic inserts. So these are what are used in restaurant kitchens, and they're not very expensive. They're very heavy duty plastic, and you can buy them in all different sizes. So this is called a half because it takes up half of a standard full size one. And these little ones are called 1/9 because you can fit 9 of them in a full size one. So for my salad system, I like to have 1/2 insert, which is 4 inches tall. And then I like to have 3 1/9. These ones are the 2-inch ones. These ones are the 4-inch ones. That part doesn't really matter. But when you have this, it means that you can keep all your ingredients prepped. You just need to carve out a section of your fridge, a little bit of real estate in there, so that that's where the salad station lives, and it's permanently there, and you just refill it when it's empty. It's so awesome. So I'm gonna build this station right now. So I'm gonna fill the big insert with my greens, and I'm gonna use the lettuce that we just washed. But in the spirit of variety, I also wanna add some other things to that. So I have some red cabbage here. I also like some fresh herbs, so fresh parsley, just picking the leaves off, not being too fussy about it, but just throwing the whole leaves into the salad mix. Because, you know, there's not a lot of nutritional value in iceberg lettuce, but that's not why it's here. It's not here for the nutrition. It's here for the crunch. One of the main reasons why I didn't follow through on my career as a nutritionist was because I didn't like the way that I was starting to look at food and only seeing its nutritional value. And like, I appreciate nutrients, don't get me wrong, but I like eating for the enjoyment of it. And I like to choose what I eat based on what I want. And then eventually, I think it all kind of works itself out in the end. If you like vegetables, which I do. Okay, so there's my parsley. So I'm just gonna toss all this together. And this is a nice little base now for our salads. And we're 2 people, sometimes 3 people in this house. So this amount of salad will last us 2 or 3 days. So I'll be making this little station once on the weekend and once in the midweek or so. So nice. Pop a lid on there. And then we can fill all our other things. So I have a can of chickpeas I think I'll put into this tall guy. I'm going to drain them and rinse them. And then I'm going to grate a few carrots here. By the way, I'll use those parsley stems for my next chicken stock that I make. And because it's always nice to have something sweet in salads, in my opinion, I have a pomegranate here that I'm going to use. And there are a million ways to skin a pomegranate, but my personal favorite is the old wooden spoon method. So I'm just going to crack it open and then take a wooden spoon and bang on it, and all the seeds fall out. There's always a couple of little bits that fall in, but you just pick them out, no big deal. And these are just today's choices. You know, next time it might be grated beets, chopped cucumber, chopped peppers, roasted veggies, whatever you feel like to get you through the next few days. And then, you know, the next time it's another opportunity to mix things up. So now we have a bunch of components for a really great salad, and it all fits very perfectly into a nice little section of your fridge that you've carved out for this exact purpose. I also like to have a little mini container that's just on my kitchen counter, kitchen table, with a few little dry goods that I like to top my salads with, and just have them in arm's reach. So I've got some dried cranberries here, some cashews, the last of the pumpkin seeds, and those are just out and just ready to snack on or ready to sprinkle onto salads. My next tip is to have a weekly dressing to go with your salad. So this happens to be a nutritional yeast dressing that I've talked about before. It's one of our favorites, and I just like to make a big batch of it, put it in a jar or a bottle. A squeeze bottle is kind of fun too. And this I just keep in the door of my fridge, and it's just ready to go, and it lasts us for the whole week. And then next week I'll make like a lemon and dill yogurt dressing, and then the following week I'll make a creamy blue cheese dressing, and I'll just keep mixing it up. Make a Dijon red wine vinegar dressing, one of my personal faves. If you're interested in expanding your salad dressing repertoire, I have a downloadable salad dressing guide that you can get, and if you download that, then you'll also be on my weekly email list, so I'll send you little cute emails every week. People seem to really like the emails, so that's nice, and I love just saying hi every week. So get the salad dressing guide, get my emails, and it'll be great. All right, my final tip is to have a bowl that you love. I love eating out of great bowls. I love eating out of dishes that I love. It's just, you know, I also have a favorite fork. Maybe it's just me. I don't think it is. For a salad, for me, it's got to be huge. I need a big, nice bowl that excites me. So those are my 6 tips. Let's make a salad. Should we time it? Now that you've got all this stuff prepared, you can just pull out the whole tray, make your salad in literally 30 seconds, and you're done. It's great. Such a good system. I hope you like this video. I hope that this salad system helps you to eat more salad in the new year. And I want to say thanks so much for all the support you've given this channel over the last year and the year before that. It really means everything to me when I, upload a video and you're all hanging out there commenting, and just feels like we have a really nice community going on here. And it really warms my heart. It makes me so happy. So thanks so much for coming back week after week. And thanks for all your nice comments, and thanks for all your shares and your thumbs ups, and thank you for subscribing. And I hope you have a really, really great 2022. I hope it's a lot better than 2021. And I look forward to making a bunch more videos, and let's keep this party going. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week.